Welcome back to the Art of Natural Beauty, episode number 12. Let's roll that intro, shall we? Hey guys, welcome back to the Art of Natural Beauty, coming to you from my hotel room in beautiful downtown LA. As you can probably gather by now, I've been here in LA for the past 2.5 weeks, setting up the auto show. And about 4 days ago, the show opened officially to the public. So we're kind of in that cruise mode right now, and about a week from now, we're going to be tearing it down and putting it in a truck and sending it back to Detroit to set it up and do it all over again. But while I was here, I wanted to check in with you guys. It's been a little while since I've done an official Art of Natural Beauty episode. I've been putting out the Keweenaw series, the Keweenaw Adventure series on a regular basis, and I've got about one more episode to finish that series off. Had a real good time shooting that and just being up there in the Keweenaw Peninsula this fall in October. Got some great responses from you guys. I hope you've been enjoying it. So look for that final episode be coming out in the next week or so. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to check in with you and give you an update on what's going on with me. Give a couple shout outs to some of you guys out there for your support. And then I thought we'd go over maybe a couple gift ideas since we're entering the holiday season here, and you might be thinking about some gifts for friends and family, that photographer in your life, or maybe for yourself if you're buying for yourself for the holidays. So anyway, let's get right into it. First off, I want to thank Liam Liu, and Liam was the contest winner of the lock sack bags that I held in episode number 10. Now, if you watched episode 11, that was the no contest. I kind of revealed that, hey, nobody entered in the contest, so I guess nobody's going to win. But Liam must have watched one of those 2 episodes, and he entered in the contest. He went to my website, gave me his information, and I figured, well, geez, he went the extra mile. He was the only one that really officially entered. Better late than never. So, Liam, I hope you enjoy those bags. Looks like you did. Thanks for the Instagram post and the shout out to me for that. And I would like some of you guys out there, hey, head over to Liam's site. He's got a real cool site on Instagram. I'll link that in the comments below. You can check him out. Liam's a New York City photographer and filmmaker. He's got some really cool stuff going on, so you got to check him out. And also, while I've been here, we had a dark day on Thanksgiving. What a dark day is the hall is closed, so nobody was working. And so we decided to rent a car. A buddy of mine and I rented a car, and we drove down to La Jolla and just enjoyed the day. I would have rather been home with the family. It just didn't work out that way. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to complain about a day in La Jolla. So while I was down there, I brought the camera and I just shot some B-roll footage and really enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, let's take a look at that roll right now. As I said, it was a beautiful day. Really had a lot of fun, good company, good times. So really blessed to have spent the day, enjoying La Jolla, California. While I was down there, I did a couple posts on Instagram, and Chris from Cedar Mesa Photography saw that I was there in the area, and he shouted out to me and reached out and said, "Hey, you still down here? Maybe we could get together and hang out." Didn't quite work out that way. I was only down there for the day, but Chris, thanks for reaching out. I appreciate it. Maybe one of these days we can hook up. Chris is a fellow film photographer, shoots large format films, got a YouTube site going on, so he's a fellow YouTuber. So I'll link that in the comments below as well. You can check him out and see what he's up to. Chris is actually the guy that kind of got me back into doing this on a regular basis. He kind of gave me a shout out, said, hey, it looks like you were, kind of rolling pretty good for a while. You haven't posted any videos, and maybe you need to get back into it. It's a great community out here. So Chris, thanks a lot. I kind of owe you a shout out to you, and you guys go check out Chris's site as well. He's got some cool stuff over there. So that brings me to the holiday gift ideas. So I was out doing some Google searches for gift ideas for film photographers, and I came across a couple of cool web pages, and I thought I'd share those with you right now. So let's head over to the computer and take a look. Come on. Okay, so let's jump over to Firefox and we'll go through a couple of the websites and then a couple of the gift ideas that I found. So I'll go ahead and open up Firefox. And the first website is called Japan Camera Hunter, www.japancamera.hunter.com. And this is a pretty cool site. This is a gentleman by the name of Bellamy Hunt, and he is based in Japan. He is not a native of Japan, but he's been living there for the past couple years, and you can pull up the About tab and read about Bellamy here, but just welcomes us to the site and lets you know that he's basically there in Japan, and one of his passions is film photography, and so one of the things he does is he offers up used film equipment, film cameras for a fair price, and he'll also help you search for anything that you may be looking for. If he doesn't have that in his shop, he can help you hunt for a camera. So it's kind of cool. If you go down here to cameras for sale, you're going to see what Bellamy has for sale right now. You can just scroll down through, and we're going to see we've got a Nikon FM Gold, the 60th anniversary edition. And we got a couple of Leica lenses, a Canon 50mm lens, a Leica M2. Lots of rangefinder stuff on here. But he is an independent, so he's not a big shop. He's not moving tons of gear, so you're going to get a little bit better customer service and attention for your needs from Bellamy here. So lots of cool stuff. Definitely find something on here that you're interested in, I'm sure. Looks like he's got some watches and other things as well. So if you can't find what you're looking for on here under current items for sale, you can also click Find Me a Camera. And then you can go in and just get in contact with Bellamy. Let him know what you're looking for. Contact me, find me a camera. Give them your information and kind of your budget and any comments on what you're looking for, and Bellamy will start looking and searching for a camera for you. And then once he finds it, he'll ship it out to you at your location. So pretty cool site. The other thing is he's got his shop here. So if we click on the shop, we'll go over, and this is really cool. There's some neat stuff in here that I actually am going to pick up for myself. He's got some optics for sale. He's got some really cool 35mm to 120 spool converters. But the thing that really caught my attention were these film cases. I thought were really neat. So this case right here is a 120 film case, and it will actually hold your 120 film in it with the wrappers on it. It does say that it's a little bit tight, but it will fit comfortably with the wrappers right here. So a couple colors to choose from. I'll let you know what's in stock and what's shipping. Green is a new color. You can select your options here: white, black, red, green, the quantity, and then add that to the cart. So it holds five rolls of 120 film in it. So I thought that was a really cool item. I'm definitely going to be picking some of that up for myself. Let's see what else Bellamy has on the site. Also, these X-ray proof bags are pretty cool. So if you're traveling with film, you don't want to check that in your check baggage. You want to kind of keep it on you in your backpack. And items that go through X-ray, like personal items when you're going through at the terminal checking in, film can be damaged by X-ray, so you definitely don't want to run film through an X-ray machine. But they have these film pouches here that have been made that are X-ray proof bag to keep your film safe. I have one of these myself, actually. I bought some films from Japan and they shipped it in a bag like this, and it was protected with no issues. So if you're flying and you know worrying about your film getting damaged by X-ray, these would be good to have on hand. So that's a cool item. Let's see what else he's got. He's got some films for sale here. Some looks like some street pan. He calls it street pan 120 film. Probably black and white film. I haven't looked at it yet, but looks kind of cool. It's been a long time coming, but after much promoting in various people, I've finally been able to get JCH street pan made in 120 format. So he's starting to make his own films, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely keeping the film aspect alive here at Japan Camera Hunter, and definitely a site you guys are going to want to check out. Some really cool stuff on here. All right, so let's take a look at the next site, and that is shootfilmco.com. And this is the site that actually found a lot of the items I'm going to be listing here as gift ideas for this coming holiday season. But real cool site as well. You can see free worldwide shipping of all orders over $65, and there's a lot of neat stuff on here, so that's not hard to achieve. But here you'll see they've got some cool pins, analog forever lapel pin, analog science division lapel pin, some cool patches, really cool t-shirts. This analog t-shirt's really neat right here. I like that. Got the cassette on there, you got the pencil, and you've got the film canister. Really cool stuff. Might be interested in one of those myself. And they got some classic pins, and just a lot of really cool swag, t-shirts, pins, badges, that kind of stuff. So this is a cool resource. They've got a gift card here. That's the other thing. If you're not really sure what to get somebody, you can just get them this gift card, and then they could buy whatever they like for themselves. This is something I'm going to have to get for sure right here, because I'm a huge sticker fanatic. I didn't see this when I was looking at the site the other day, but in Grain We Trust sticker. Now that is awesome. I'm going to get a couple of these right here. In fact, these might be some good giveaway items in the future. So yeah, definitely going to do that. Looks like there's some more stickers down here. Really cool stuff. Really cool site. You could get lost in this for a while. There's a blog over there. There's community photos. All kinds of different things you can get into over here at Shoot Film Co. So while I was here browsing around, there was this gift guide for 2017. And that's where I got some of my ideas, along with some of my own that I've had for a while. And so I kind of looked through here. You're going to see some of the same things, from Bellamy's site here in Japan, Camera Hunter cases, badges, patches, Ilford single shot disposable film cameras, camera straps. You've got some screwdriver sets to work on film cameras if you're into tinkering with them. Lots of neat things down here, some books, and then there's a list of stuff here. So let's hop over to Amazon and take a look at some of these items. So the first one is a book, and it's a book by photos by Vivian Mayer. Vivian Mayer, and she's a street photographer. She's now passed, but it's kind of an interesting story. I haven't really heard of her, but I was reading a little bit about her, and she was kind of a quiet, introverted nanny in New York City, but she was also a passionate street photographer and very talented, and it wasn't really discovered until after her death that she had all these amazing images. So they put together this beautiful book with some of her images that were taken. Looks like she shot a lot with a reflex camera here. Can't tell if that's a Rolleiflex or what that is. Yeah, there you go, a Rollei. So pretty cool. Lots of neat, just street photos. Lots of cool portraits and stuff like that were taken in New York City. So if you're an avid street photographer or you love black and white film, this could be a cool book. That one's cool. Neat self-portrait right there on the mirror. Kind of got the infinity going on back here. It just gives you a little bit of her backstory. Shows you her work that she's amounted throughout her career as a street photographer until she was really discovered after her death. Really cool stuff. So that's one to take a look at right there. I'm going to put links to all this stuff in the description below so you can find it. But looks like a pretty cool book. Okay, we got another book here, 500 Cameras, 170 Years of Photographic Innovation. And a little bit about this book. It's from the world-famous Eastman House comes a lavish, expansive guide to nearly 200 years of photographic innovation and invention. Richly visual and wonderfully informative, showcases 500 groundbreaking cameras from the museum's collection that forever change the perception of the world and ourselves. So this looks really cool here. If you're into cameras, film cameras in general, this book looks really sweet. 170 years of various cameras and camera innovation. You can see some of these cool old pinholes here. And then we're moving into the Hasselblad medium format systems, 6x6 systems, the Rolly systems. Looks like a really neat book. So that one would be a lot of fun to go through. Gives you a little bit of the early history here, some timelines when these various cameras were developed. You got the folding cameras here, and eventually we get into Polaroid and Instance. Kind of neat, the toy cameras. So this would be a fun gift for sure for that film photographer. Again, this is another one that I would certainly be interested in having for myself. Great book to have sitting on the coffee table. Great conversation piece right here. So that is 500 Cameras. And again, I'll put links to these in the description below the video. Next one is another book. This is Instant, the Polaroid Story. Now, I have a copy of this, and I'm guilty of not reading it yet. I got it for Christmas several years ago, so thank you, Andrea, for getting it for me. I just need to open it up and actually read it. But this is really the story of Polaroid and the instant camera and how it came to pass. So really cool history in here, talking about the company and how it was developed and how the ideas came together. And definitely another good read if you're interested in film photography for sure. Some cool early instance right here. Definitely a book worth checking out, and I got to get into mine and actually read it. Like I said, I've had this book for a couple years, and definitely need to check it out. So that's another one for the list. Here's another one, the Polaroid Book. In existence for over 50 years, the Polaroid Corporation's photography collection is the greatest collection of Polaroid images in the world. Begun by Polaroid founder Edwin Land and photographer Ansel Adams, the collection now includes images by hundreds of photographers throughout the world. So this is great. This is a collection of just hundreds of Polaroid images from various photographers throughout the world, a collection that was put together by the founder and by Ansel. Lots of really cool stuff in here. This is another great one for the coffee table. I like this one in particular here, a shot of the moon, and they're covering up the actual moon in the sky, and a shot of it kind of rising, coming up, and then there's a shot of it leaving the frame of the Polaroid shot, and the actual moon up out of the frame of the Polaroid, and then a Polaroid of the moon. Really cool idea. Some other stuff, just some neat, interesting photos in here. I'm sure this is a really cool collection of Polaroids. So that's a great one to check out. So next up, we've got these Dom key protective wraps, and these are great. I use these on all of my large format lenses, I have them in a wrap like this. I think mine are actually Calumet, but these are the same thing. These are by Domke. And they've got a couple different sizes here. They got the 11, the 15, and the 19, come in various colors. They fold up, protect your lens, and they Velcro to themselves. So a great way to keep your lens protected and stored in your backpack or in your camera bag or what have you. So that's a great one. Recommend those. The next one is a iOS incident meter plug-in. And this looked kind of interesting to me. I am a fan of a spot meter. I've been using the Pentax digital spot meter for years now, and that's how I operate. But this wouldn't be a bad thing to have as a backup in case something happened to your spot meter or your handheld incident meter, because it plugs right into your iOS device. I'm not sure if they make it for Android or not. Looks like it's only for Apple. But it's a cool little app that'll plug in through your lightning port and turn your phone into a light meter. So a cool thing to have as a backup, or if you're just into cool technology and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it only works on iOS devices now, but it's a light meter, color meter, plugs right into your iOS device. Pretty cool. Let's see. Tells you which phones it works with. You can get the app at the App Store. It will do spot metering as well, it looks like. You can do it with the app. You can use the app as a spot meter, probably with the existing camera, I'm guessing. So that's another thing. So this would be worth having right here as a second meter if something happens to yours. I'll put links to that in the description as well. Pretty cool. Well, the next one is a new Polaroid camera, the One Step 2i type camera. And I think that this one's pre-order right now, but they're saying that if you order now, it'd be guaranteed to ship by December 11th, so you should be able to get it for Christmas. So $99, pretty cool for a new instant Polaroid camera. These are always fun to have. Fun for parties, just fun to walk around with. Fun for the kids. I know my daughter would love playing with this. Pretty neat here. I actually was contemplating maybe getting this for Christmas for her, but she's 7 right now, so I don't know how well she would take care of it. And $100 might be a little bit high for her at this point, but I don't know. She might actually take good care of it and dig it. Really cool. So really cool to see that somebody's still producing these cameras, that Polaroid's still moving forward, and that they're putting out new stuff and just keeping the film craft alive. So that's something to look at. And then something I need for myself. Any film photographer or anybody that knows a film photographer and is in a close relationship with one will know that film needs to be kept cold. And so I'm sure a lot of refrigerators in the homes of film photographers are full of film. An area kind of carved out, and the claim has been staked for themselves and for their film. That's certainly the case at my house. We have a deep refrigerator drawer underneath our fridge, and I've got about half of that dedicated to film that's all on ice. And Andrea's not exactly ecstatic about that, but it's there. So if I had a refrigerator and freezer unit of my own that I could purchase for, under $200 here, I could keep all of my film in that up in my office on ice, and then I could bring it out and kind of bring it up to a more usable temperature here in the refrigerator section. So this is a great gift idea for that film photographer in your life if they've taken over your freezer or fridge, or if you just want more space in your freezer or fridge for food and the things that are supposed to be in it, right? So that's a great one right there. While we're at it, let's take a look at film. So Fuji Velvia 50 is my favorite film. It's my film of choice. It's what I regularly shoot on. And Still widely available at decent prices here on Amazon in 35 millimeter and in 120. You can see here, Velvia 100, 120, Velvia 50, right here, 120 rolls. So you get this is a pack here of 5 rolls that would fit easily in your film holder from Japan Camera Hunter, and $53.99, not a bad price. They say they only have there's quite a few of these for sale, folks that are still selling film, and you can get some sheet film on here as well. Most of my sheet film I now do get from eBay from Japan directly. I haven't been able to find Fuji Velvia 50 sheet film here in the States. B&H, I think they had it for a little while on their site, but I haven't really seen it here on Amazon lately. But film is always another great stocking stuffer for that photographer in your life, so don't rule that out. It's one of the cheaper gifts, and definitely the most important. If you're a film photographer, you have to have it, since you don't have a digital sensor in your camera. So there you go, another great idea. So again, I'll put links to all of this stuff in the description for the YouTube channel, and yeah, give all these guys a look. There's some really interesting stuff out there. And then while we're at it, give myself a plug. I got some new channel art going on here, trying to get a little bit more personalized. Got the signature and a shot of me at Copper Harbor with the 3 humpbacks here from the Keweenaw adventure trip. So make sure you guys are heading on over to my channel and just checking out the new videos that are there. Last one that was updated was the Keweenaw Peninsula adventure here. I got one more in this series to go, and then right now we're watching episode 12 of The Art of Natural Beauty, so that'll be added here. But if you haven't done so, please head over and click the subscribe button, and please get involved on any of the videos in the comment section. Just drop some comments, let me know how I'm doing, and if you like the content, and let's just you know, keep getting involved and rolling the conversation along in the community here. I have a lot of fun interacting with you guys. So that's about all I got to share here. Okay, well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of The Art of Natural Beauty. I hope you guys enjoyed those websites. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got some good ideas from some of those items there on the list. I know I sure did. But I'm going to sign off for now. So as always, thank you for your support, and thanks for joining me out here in LA and keeping me company. It's good to have some familiar faces while I'm out here on the road. So until next time, enjoy the art of natural beauty.